obviously to get to play the last game of the year at home is pretty special, and you wish you win. I mean, but night was one of those nights that is, you know, get caught up sometimes in the little bit of the motion of it, and you know, I guess probably more confused than anything.
Did you approach it any differently?
I tried not to, but I mean, there's times when the emotion of it catches up to you, and when it does, and try to get back under control. And hey, I truly haven't made up my mind, and so it's not like, I think that's probably one of the reasons why I haven't, is because if I had made up my mind, it'd be a pretty emotional night, and I didn't want that. And so I don't know if that's the only reason, but that's one of them. And then there's still a lot of me that wants to play. So I enjoyed tonight, though. It was nice. Tip put me out on the last minute, and had the puck, probably should have held on to that one, but we lost, so I didn't want to have it.
Something as simple as tonight, will it impact your decision? Like, is this something that changes the way you feel just because you did tonight?
I don't know. Right now it's jumping around so much, so 2 weeks ago there's no way I was retiring. 5 days ago I definitely was. 2 days ago I definitely wasn't, so until that kind of calms down and the season ends and I can look back. We got a fun song we like to sing. Hey, Carson, teach them how to say goodbye, so we got to maybe do that.
How did it feel to have so many people hedging their bets on you, signs, players coming up to hug you afterward, just in case?
Yeah, I mean, what the Wild guys did was pretty special. Obviously, I was right beside Marty and had to congratulate him on 20 goals, so wasn't happy about that, but happy he got it, and wish those guys and Whitey and Doobie and the guys that I've played with Eric Stahl, and got to know a few guys on their team, so it was nice to be able to say thanks and goodbye to them. And yeah, there's obviously that's so appreciated, especially as a player, and so.
Is there any part of it that's uncomfortable though? Because
Yeah.
it may not be good.
Yeah,
for you,
I
right?
tried to
So
say
you're
it.
almost like forcing you off.
Maybe catch the hint, eh? Yes. There's no question that yeah, there's an element of being uncomfortable with that. It is what it is. It's one of those things that I love the game. I love to play, and I want to keep playing. But I also got to understand that sometimes things move on, and there's sometimes better to leave when people think you can still play, and other times it's better to play till they drag it off your back. And I go back and forth on that.
We had a pretty emotional interview with Z in the locker room. It was probably a lot more definitive, whether it is just your thoughts on that.
Z and I have a thing that we do at the beginning of every period. It was actually Z, Marty, and I for years. It was the three of us that did it together, and to have Z there at the end, going out for every period together. The very first one, it was cool, and to have him at the end there. The game is about friends and all that, and so when you have people that you're friends with, it always makes it fun and more enjoyable.
Shane, do you have a day in mind where you have to decide? Because if you do decide to come back, you have to commit to getting ready for the season.
Well, I'm going to train. I've already committed to that. So, but I'm training because Josh is training. So, that's my favorite thing in the world to do, is to spend time with my kids, and I get to do that and train at the same time. And the people I train with back in Kamloops and the people I train with here, they've become friends. I've been doing it for so long, so I try not to break the routine until I have to. And if I get to spend time with my kids doing it, that makes it easy and fun. So I'll do that even once I'm done. So that's not going to be an issue.
And Shane, what were you thinking and feeling when you saw Craig Cunningham walk the center ice?
I think that put everything else in perspective, kind of. For me, I was like, you get caught up in trying to make a decision that is as trivial as whether or not you're going to keep playing hockey kind of gets put in perspective when you watch Kenny walk out onto the ice. What he's been asked to carry is so heavy, and he's carried it so well. And as a person to be on the ice and get to drop the puck, that's a picture I'll definitely get signed by him. And to have Marty on the other side was really, really unique, and something that, I mean, that's a picture I want signed. I have, over my career, I've had a few different things that moments where I'm like, okay, that's one I want to remember, and that'll be one that I'll never ever forget.
Shane, regardless of what happens, it sounds like this night will stick with you. This has left an impression. You're feeling something right now.
Yeah, I mean, I have so many people here, and have my kids and my wife and my mom and dad and brother and sister and nieces and nephews and all of them here. My mother-in-law's here. We have so many people here. And I was adamant to them all that it wasn't like I was, but the weekend that was for our family has been, this weekend, regardless of what I was doing, was a special weekend. My kids were all in amazing events that I got to see. And my son was in nationals. My daughter's in a play at Valley Youth Theatre, and I'm plugging it every chance I get. The Secret Garden downtown, and it's incredible. And my youngest two are in a dance competition downtown, and it has been, as a dad, as fun a weekend as you could have, because I got to do that. And then on top of it, we had family in town to see all that, and then we have our billet boys that are with us, and their families were in town, and they're just two amazing kids that I've enjoyed so much. So it's been a great weekend that I was going to enjoy this weekend, probably one of the best weekends of my life, regardless of this. And to be able to have all of that happen, that was pretty special.
Are you going to more or less take a break and think about like when you're going to do it, or is it going to be like, I need to enjoy the time and I'll deal with it later kind of thing?
Yeah, I think it'll be kind of, I want to talk with Tip and talk with the management. My family, we've talked about it probably in nausea, trying to figure out what I'm going to do. And they've been overly adamant that whatever I want to do, they're supportive of. But I want to talk with Tip and them and kind of figure that out and see if all three, my family, Tip, and the management, and Chaika, and myself, and my feelings, if they all line up, then we'll make a decision and go from there. So it could take a month, it could take 2 months, I don't know.